What's up, Team Ucan? For this week's workout, our theme will be the word challenge, because your body's going to be challenged unilaterally, moving through different balance and dynamic exercises and some plyo exercises that's really going to challenge your muscle endurance, your explosive power, and to see how much strength that you've been building through these weeks with these workouts. So I can't wait to get started. I know you can't. That's why you're here. Let's jump into the workout. 3, 2, 1. Now simply to begin, we'll start with an inchworm as we push our hips back, walk out to a high plank, and walk straight back up to our feet. Let's get our entire body active and moving here. Make sure we come back to a full standing position each time. This warm-up will build up. We'll start nice and slow for anyone joining that hasn't been moving too much all day. Now let's walk out, next exercise, out into a high plank, tapping our shoulders back and forth here for some shoulder plank taps. Try and keep your hips nice and stable. Keep that stomach tucked in, abs braced. Try and keep your hips squared with your shoulders. Back nice and straight here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's push back up. We'll squat down and we'll just pulse here. So about between a quarter and a half squat. Moving up and down, keep the pressure on our knees, push a little bit to the outside. Hope everyone's been having a wonderful day so far. Don't know where you are, but up here in the East Coast, at least in Boston, it is beautiful out. But wouldn't want to be anywhere else than right here with you right now. 3, 2, 1. Now let's walk right back out into a high plank. Let's bring our right foot up by our hand for the world's greatest stretch as we push our elbow to the ground, towards the ground, open that up towards the ceiling. 3 more times, push that towards the ground, nice and slow, open it up. 2 more, push the elbow towards the ground, open up your hand. 1 more time. And let's switch sides 4 times. On the left, push your elbow towards the floor, open up that hand towards the ceiling, look back at it. Elbow down, open up. Smooth, controlled breaths here. Last time. Open up that hand, step back to that high plank, and slowly push yourself back to your feet. Now let's get into some high knees. Moving nice and quick. Drive those knees up through your hips. As quickly as you can move here. Sprinting right in place. Let's get that heart rate up. Want some sweat to be forming right now. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. Push it here in 3, 2, 1, and bounce. Remember, whenever we're resting or demonstrating an exercise, stay in this bounce for an active recovery and to keep your heart rate up. Our first exercise, we begin on our left leg for a single leg deadlift. Let me show you a little bit here from the side angle. Balancing, keeping that knee slightly bent. Raise that back leg up, come back to a standing position. Let's begin. Keep your eyes looking slightly in front of you. As we raise that back leg up, stand up and tighten your glute behind you. Now try not to touch the ground with that foot that's in the air. And all you have to do is lift up your leg nice and straight behind you, and your body will naturally drop down. If that's a little too difficult, you can make this a kickstand deadlift by pushing your foot behind you, but still moving through that same hinging motion, pushing your hips back until you feel a stretch within your hamstring. Stand up and tighten your glute. But if you feel like you can handle the challenge, let's stay in that single leg. 3, 2, 1, oops, and switch. Now staying on that same leg, reverse lunge down, stand up, same thing. Balancing on that leg when we go to stand. Take our positions here in 3, 2, 1. Let's step back and stand up. If it's easy, you can keep your hands in the middle of your body, like I have here. Stand up and drive that opposite knee through your hip. Tighten up that glute on that side that you're standing on. Your quad will be firing as you step back and step up. Your Achilles and calf will probably be firing as you go to balance here. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can just step up and from a regular reverse lunge. Otherwise, stay with me here, balancing on one leg. In 10 seconds, we'll transition down to the mat for a single leg glute bridge on this same left leg. 3, 2, 1. Now transition down to your mat. Single leg glute bridge on that same leg we were just using. So our right leg will be up in the air. We'll drive our hips up, tightening our butt, and come back down to the mat. Let's begin here. Drive our hips toward the ceiling and drop back down. Push up and lower. Right when you feel that contraction within your glute, you can drop back down. Now, if this is a little too difficult, but you still want to challenge yourself with the single leg bridge element to it, drop your foot a little bit in front of you with your heel on the ground, similar to the standing kickstand we did. This keeps a kickstand leverage element here for this lying position where you can still have the ground for support, but we can still isolate that glute on our left side. But again, to challenge yourself a little bit more, keep that opposite leg up in the air. 3, 2, 1, and now we'll turn over for a side plank on our left side here. Pushing up onto our feet, holding ourselves up in a nice straight plank position. Take a deep breath here. Let's begin. Push yourself up onto your feet now. Elbows should be stacked below your shoulder. Try and keep your chest proud. Shoulders slightly pulled back. Nice straight posture. If you want to regress this a little, you can drop to your knees for a kneeling side plank. Or if you really want to pick up the challenge, up, leg up, arm up for a side star plank. 15 seconds left here. You can regress or progress however you feel most comfortable. 5 seconds left and we'll stand up starting on our right side in 3, 2, 1. Now back to a standing position. Single leg deadlift now, this time on the right leg. Let me face this direction so you can see me a little bit better. Down and up. Take a deep breath. Let's begin here. Lift that back leg up straight behind you. Once you feel it stretch within your hamstring, stand up and tighten your glute. Now it's okay if you're balancing and you feel like you're shaking. That's a really good sign. One of my favorite words, it's a very trainer type word I like to use called proprioception, which sounds complicated, but it really just means the body's awareness of itself. And so exercises like this are great because it challenges your body's proprioceptors to be able to adjust to new stimulus, in this case, new and different types of movements that it otherwise wouldn't be accustomed to. Now, if you feel like you need to, as you're fatiguing, switch, you can totally regress right here in the middle of the movement. 3, 2, 1. Now reverse lunges, staying on that same leg. Reverse lunging back, standing up, isolating this one side. What I love about unilateral exercises, stacking them like this. You can really start to build up that muscle adaptation and burn. Let's begin here. Step back, stand up. Inhale down, exhale as you go to stand. Just 45 seconds of work for these exercises we're rotating through. It's over in no time. These are the fastest minutes of your week. Grip your shoe, grip the sole of your shoe here with your toes to help keep you in place. Keep your eyes locked on, either on me or somewhere on the floor in front of you. Almost through. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds, then back down for a single leg glute bridge. 3, 2, 1. Drop back down to your mats now. Single leg glute bridge, staying on the right leg. Pick up that left leg, again, push away and drop back down. Shake out your leg if you need it. If your leg's already burning, well, we're about to crank up the heat even more. Let's go. Drive up and come back down. Your opposite leg should be parallel to your other one at the knee. We're just extending the foot out in front of us. Now, if these have been challenging in general for the single leg, for anyone that may be new, you can totally just put both feet down and do a standard glute bridge. So if you're just joining us, don't have to feel like you can keep up with some of these movements, especially for many others who have been joining since the beginning. And so you don't have to work on the unilateral element as much, just keep moving here. Now I'll switch back to join those that are doing the unilateral modifications here. 3, 2, 1. Now we'll push up for a side plank on this side. Same position, remember, side plank. We can be kneeling, we can make it a star. However you feel most comfortable, just push yourself, challenge yourself here. Let's go. Push yourself up. What I love about exercises like this is it's a play on a regular plank, or a side plank in this case, but there's so many ways, and you watch me here, that you can add movement to change how dynamic the exercise is and to make it that much more difficult. And you can play with it during the time frame here. You can come back to these on your own. What I love about the different ways that you can modify or progress an exercise is in real time, you can really feel and see a difference in how much you're growing and how much you're leveling up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Drop down now. Quick little break. Grab a quick sip of water. Shake out the arms, legs, hands. Our next round, so the second round coming back. Now we're gonna work on our power and our speed element. Lots of different plyometric exercises. Your heart rate's going to be really pushed up. Your muscle endurance, your lactic acid's definitely going to build up. So for this next part, I want you to set your intention right now that you're going to push yourself as hard as you can. You're gonna push yourself to your max. You're gonna jump as high as you can. You're gonna move as quick as you can. Now that may mean something different for everybody, and that's okay. Because remember, the biggest competitor that you have in your life is the person you see in the mirror right now. So the person I'm seeing on the screen, that's my biggest competitor. The person that you wake up to and you see when you shower every day, that is your biggest competitor, and you're competing against them, and never forget that. Our first exercise coming back here will be a plyo push-up. As we come down back to our mats, we can start from a kneeling position. We'll go down and push ourselves up, pushing our body away, lifting our hands up off the ground. Let's begin here. Inhale down, exhale, and pick your hands up a couple inches off the ground. Be able to control your body as you move back down and explode back up. Now, if you want to take this up another level, do this from your feet for a plyo push-up. And again, for any beginners out there, don't worry about the plyo element. You can just stick with a regular kneeling or standard push-up. But for those that feel like they can push themselves here, give yourself that little hop. Less than 10 seconds now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exercise, laying back on our back. We'll have a sprinter sit-up. Legs out in front of us, hands up by your head. Sit up nice and quick, alternating driving your knee and your elbow to each other. Similar to a bicycle crunch, just faster and more powerful. Let's begin. Exhale and sit up as fast as you can, crunching your body to the side. Laying back down each time, let the legs extend. Let the back and shoulders hit the floor. And then move straight back up as quickly as you can. Now if that's a little too difficult, keep your hands down under your butt and drive each knee and leg back and forth. And you can totally switch to here and then switch back to sprinter sit-ups if you need that little break. 3, 2, 1. Next exercise, we'll stand up. We have plyo lunges. Small little bend to our knees here. We'll step back, jumping right in place, back and forth into a lunge position. Ready? Drop down for a lunge, jump, and switch feet. What I find that makes this easier is getting your hands involved too, switching back and forth. I want you to jump as high as you can out of these lunges. Push yourself here. Step that leg back. Load that quad on that front leg. Now if that's too much, just stay here with a step back, but stay low. 10 seconds left here. I'll move back to these plyo lunges with you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exercise, we have skier hops. Just like you're skiing down the slopes. We're going to give a slight bend to your knees, push your arms back, hinge your hips, jump up as high as you can, land in that downhill skiing position. Let's begin. Push those arms back, swing your body forward, and jump as high as you can. That little break there when you squat down, your arms go behind you, that's a rest for you. Big exhale as you jump forward. Now, if you're getting a little tired here, swing back, stand up on your toes for a calf raise. So we'll do a swing to a calf raise. But if you can keep it up, stay right here in these skier hops. 10 seconds left, everybody. Almost through. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Next exercise. Let's use our mats here. We'll start on one side. Side sprint as quickly as you can. Jump up, drive those knees up, and jump to the other side. As quickly as you can, moving back and forth and in the air. Let's begin. Get those hands and arms moving. Jump up, hands and arms moving the other way, and jump up. Drive those knees up through your hips. Get those hands moving, cutting through the air. I know this is difficult. I know your legs are burning after what we just did. So push yourself as quickly as you can here. You can slow it down to a march if you need to. Focus on that knee drive though. You can always jump to your toes if you need to modify. Just keep going. 10 seconds left here. Push it. We just got one more exercise after this. 3, 2, 1. Last exercise. Burpee tuck jump. We'll drop down from the floor. We'll push ourselves up for a burpee, jumping our knees up for a tuck jump, back for a burpee. If you need to, just do a march instead of a tuck jump, but move as fast as you can. Let's go. Last time here. As quickly as you can move. Don't stop. Push yourself to your max here. You got this. You know you're in for a challenge every time you come. And this is the theme for today. This is supposed to feel like you want to quit, but you're not going to, because you know you can do anything you put your mind to. 10 seconds left here. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and woo! Stop, rest, woo! Virtual high five. Give yourself a pat on the back. Big deep breath here. Let's come down for a stretch. Dropping down to our butts. Legs out straight in front of us. Static stretch here, reach for your toes. If you can't reach your toes, reach for your ankles or your shins. Keep your head up here as you try and pull your chest closer to your knees. Pull yourself a little bit lower, but again, keep that head up. Big deep breaths. Cross your right foot over your knee and twist out, pushing back against your knee with your elbow. Three more big deep breaths. And switch sides. 5 deep breaths on this side. 2, keep twisting. Great. Turn over now. Up on one knee. Reach up towards the ceiling. Hand on your hip, reach over to the side. Switch legs. Big stretch up and drop to your side. One more deep breath. Slowly stand up, reach for the ceiling. Reach back, big deep breath here. And exhale. Great work today, everyone. You crushed it and you showed up for the challenge today. Thanks for joining the workout, everyone. Hope you got your sweat on, some sweaty success that you enjoyed. And remember, join us again next week, same time, same place. If you're doing the live, 6 p.m. every single Friday. Don't worry though, if you missed that, more videos will be coming directly to you right through this email. Looking forward to the next workout. I'll see you then.